welcome to this week's video. Today I'm doing things slightly differently. I'm in a different house. I'm with my youth worker Rachel, my old youth worker Rachel. I'll introduce her to you in a little bit. Today we're going to be decorating some cakes, but we're also cooking them because that's quite fun. And we're going to be talking a little bit about uni and preparing for that next step, because you guys might be in that situation as well. Watch and find out.
No shell.
No shell. You could say it's excellent. I use that pun far too often for my own good.
Great, and that's the cake done?
I think so.
We've added sugar,
Added sugar.
we've added butter,
Yep.
eggs,
Yeah.
flour. I don't see that there's anything else needed.
Perfect.
You don't want a couple of drops of vanilla essence in there?
Shall we?
Okay.
Okay.
Great, okay, so you want a spoon?
Yes, please. Do you have a scrapey spatula?
Are you a person who likes to lick the
Put a bowl, put the spatula.
and
Spoon.
those as well, you can lick those. Well,
Yeah.
I don't, so they
Really?
are all yours. Yeah, literally all yours. I'm not a fan. I've never been a
Really?
big fan. I sometimes will have a little tiny cheeky bit of like cookie dough. Oh, let me move that because cake mix in your drink.
Not
Not
great.
great. I agree.
Cook it slightly.
Yeah, I think it would be bad actually.
Yes.
I'm going to go as far as to say that would be unpleasant.
It would.
If you had a choice between a plain cake and a flavoured cake, you'd probably go for flavour. Unless you're a vanilla person, in which case fair enough. We're entitled to our likes and dislikes.
Absolutely. Or it depends on the cake decorating as well.
Yes, of course, I would agree with you about that. So the more attractive looking the cake,
Yeah.
the more likely you are to eat it. Have you ever had a beautifully decorated cake that was a bad cake?
Yes.
I have too.
I had a red velvet cake once that just tasted disgusting.
Really?
Yeah, it was like the right icing for it with the kind of cheesecake. Not
I
cheesecake,
love
what's
that
it
cream
called?
cheese
That's
icing.
it.
Yeah, that's actually my favourite cake, red velvet.
I love it. I love making it from scratch.
But if it's bad, it's bad. Do you put beetroot in your red velvet? Because you see, I'm not a fan of beetroot.
Mhm.
I feel like it gets that earthy flavour that I'm just don't
Not a
like.
fan of. That's fair.
Do you want? Oh, no, you're just going for it. I was going to say, do you want a little measuring spoon?
Actually, yeah, that should be enough flavouring, shouldn't it? I don't put massive.
It smells like it, doesn't it?
It does.
I'll give it a little
smells
mix
like-
for you.
I will lick and wash my hands.
I'm just going to smell the cake to make sure that it smells. I wonder if it might even need a bit more. You'd be surprised at how little the flavouring comes through. But we don't want it to be too wet either.
No.
And also, if it tastes bad, who's eating this cake, Jenny? It's not going to a party or anything, is it? So it doesn't matter. Give that a little whiff.
That is incredible.
You know, at the end where we go, that was rancid, why did we do that? I don't even care. Refresher icing as well. You know the refresher sweets? by them.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it is good. Okay, so I think it's a bit better.
Yeah, I think
Right, do you want to put it in the tin?
Yeah, let's do it.
So what temperature does it need to be on? 180 fan?
I reckon 180 grams.
Good news, it's on 180 fan.
Excellent.
Preheated, ready to rock. Well, this is the whole thing, isn't it? You know, people who say, oh, I don't like wearing a mask, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Well, nobody likes wearing the mask.
No.
That's a fact. But that's not the reason why we do it, is it?
No. We do it out of love for other people.
Exactly. It's not even about me
No.
or what I like or dislike.
That's the bigger cake. I like a mile and a half.
Yeah, I mean maybe a tiny bit. Right, they're going in.
Yeah.
How long do they need to go in for?
I have absolutely no idea. So today, you might have guessed, we are baking cakes. Well, the original intention was to decorate them, but let's face it, baking a cake is way more fun. And it's a very useful skill to know because you've probably guessed, and if you've watched my previous video, you will know, I'm off to university in September, which is very exciting. And if you know how to bake cakes, you'll probably make lots of friends.
You will make a lot of friends. I would agree with that, Jenny. That is a good way of thinking about it.
It's very good, very fun. I'm looking forward to baking lots of cakes.
Yeah.
It'll be great. So today I'm joined by Rachel.
Hi.
And Rachel was my youth worker only about a year ago.
Yeah. Well,
Kind of.
yeah, that is right. About a year ago.
About a year ago.
Stop being in this room, in fact.
I know,
Sitting in
I
this
sat at
room.
the end of this sofa,
Yeah.
just a little bit further up the sofa from where Rachel's sitting now, and we would do like a house group here. It was great fun because we all kind of pile into Rachel's house, and she couldn't wait to get rid of us. No, just kidding.
It's only an hour a
Sometimes.
week. Anyone can cope with an hour a week, that's what I say.
So Rachel, tell us 3 facts about yourself.
3 facts, okay. My first fact is my favourite fact about myself, which is that I can play the mouth trumpet. That's my first fact.
Do you fancy giving us?
Obviously, I wouldn't have mentioned it if I didn't want to do it. Okay, so you have a choice between the coronation theme or Wallace and Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit.
Okay, let's hope it goes okay and not wrong. Okay. Got a little trombone on the end.
That was incredible!
You don't expect it to be as good as it is,
I
do you?
didn't expect that!
No.
That was insane! My trick over here.
Yeah, I can't believe I've never shown you that before.
I don't think you have. You mentioned it at church the other week.
I've literally been your youth worker for how many years?
About 5?
5 years, and I've never pulled. That is my favourite party trick to pull out for youth work. It's honestly, it's the best. So that's number 1 fact.
Okay.
It's a great fact. Number 2 fact is that I don't even know what to say. I'm actually a student right now. At the moment, so I'm studying for my master's degree, so I'm actually studying myself. And the 3rd fact is that I'm really, really into video games. Now, lots of people know me because I like to play board games, but I actually really like to play video games as well. And because I'm a girl, people are quite surprised by that. So I really like, my favourite game is Assassin's Creed. I love it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've played loads of them. I've almost completed one that I'm playing at the moment. So
That's really cool.
yeah,
That is really cool.
those are my facts.
Great. So, as Rachel mentioned, she is currently a student, but she is also a lecturer.
I am.
So-
both at the same time.
At the same time, if it couldn't get any more confusing, it's great. When you left school,
Yeah,
you didn't go straight to uni, did you?
I didn't know. I did 2 gap years at Jesus Christ. Yeah, I did.
So, why did you do that?
It's a really good question. I remember at the time, part of the reason I didn't want to go straight to uni was because I felt like there was a lot of pressure on from my school to go straight to uni, because I went to grammar school and that's what everybody did. I wasn't really sure that I did want to go to uni. I maybe wanted to go to drama school, and I wasn't quite decided. So I definitely was going to take a gap year, and then it was like, well, what am I going to do with it? So So I was thinking, what good things are there? And my youth worker at the time, Brenda, little shout out to Brenda.
Brenda.
She was the best. Still is the best. Brenda suggested I go and visit Youth for Christ Stand, so I did that, and then a year later went for an open day and an interview, and then I ended up on their touring theatre team for 2 years, which I loved.
Very nice.
Yeah,
very nice. Great. So, would you recommend a gap year to anyone who is now confused? Because we've just had results day, and it's a very strange day. And I really hope any of you who are watching this who got results yesterday, well, I say yesterday, we're filming this a week in advance. On the 13th, last week, if you got A-level results, I really hope that you got what you wanted and what you deserve.
Yeah.
But if you didn't, or if you did and you decide that you don't really want to go to uni in this strange time, maybe a gap year is the right thing. What do you think?
Absolutely. If you're not sure what you want to do, I think a gap year is always a good choice, because it just gives you a little bit of time to think about it, and also to work out maybe the thing that you thought you wanted to do wasn't quite what you want to do. And I ended up not going to drama school at all, or studying theatre studies at all, and becoming a youth worker. So I went and studied my degree in theology and youth work, and ended up on a completely different career path to what I thought I was going to do. So life takes you on unexpected turns, but if I hadn't have done my gap years, I would never have gone to Moorlands like I did.
Yeah.
And so that's, I would highly recommend it. If you're not sure, take a year and some space to think about what you want to do, and if you change your mind, that's totally fine as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to change your mind.
It is. So I mean, you guys all know this, I was on a gap year for a year, half a year because of COVID. And
it's a bad year to go
on
a gap year.
Everything's bad. And at the time that I was kind of deciding whether or not to do a gap year or to go to uni, I was kind of thinking, what would everyone think in second year? Not in second year. After my gap year, when I got to uni and I was older than the rest of the cohort. Because obviously when you've done a gap year, you're a year older and all that funky stuff. So, wouldn't that be a little bit strange? What did you say about that?
I would say about this, I was having a rant about this yesterday actually with my husband. We're having a little chat about this very situation, because when you go to uni, you very quickly realise that people go to uni at all different ages. Mm-hmm. So people start their degree courses when they're in their 50s or their 60s. I've had students in their 80s before, which is
impressive.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah. So people go to uni at all different stages of life at different times, and so actually it's not as straightforward as, you know, I finish school, I go straight to uni. Some people do that, but lots of people don't. So you're not weird. There will be lots of people there who have done a similar thing.
All different ages.
Yeah, and of different walks of life. There'll be people who've done degrees before, there'll be people who haven't done A-levels even. So there's all kinds of different people who start their degrees, so you really won't be out of place.
Cool. So, as someone who has done a gap year, but also and gone on to uni, but also as someone who's a uni lecturer, what would you recommend people who are going off to university to do at this stage?
Well,
in general.
I always have to say to my students that we do give you some pre-reading, and it is good to do the pre-reading. Now, I suspect that most of you were like, seriously, pre-reading. So that's one thing. If you're a Christian, I really recommend you go and start researching churches to go and visit. That's a really good thing to do. Another thing that you can do to prepare yourself, if you're living in halls for the first time or living on your own for the first time, learn how to cook some basic meals.
Yes,
that's
don't burn the place down.
Yeah. One big tip: never ever put anything metal in a microwave. No tins of beans in microwaves.
Do you speak from experience?
I never did that, but when I was studying, there was a guy and he was about to do it, and thankfully there were other people around, and we told him not to. But that could have been a nice little explosion.
Oh yeah.
So never do that. So learn, those basic skills. If you don't know how to wash your clothes, learn how to wash your clothes. It's a really good time to learn some of those life skills. And just ask the people that you're living with or some trusted friend or a youth worker. Can you teach me some of those things? Because I don't know how, and it's a good way to prepare yourself.
Yeah.
So those are things that I would recommend you do now. So do a bit of course pre-reading, get ready for your study, but also like do some of those life stuff, because that will really help you out when you find yourself in a new city or a new town, and you're in new surroundings. That's help you feel more settled.
Brilliant. Thanks, Rachel. At the moment, our cakes are cooking, and we will show you what they look like in a bit.
This is so exciting.
Right. So our cakes have baked. One is definitely bigger than the other.
Just hold these bad boys up for you.
So we're gonna bake. We're not gonna bake. We're going to decorate one cake each. We've got some vanilla flavoured buttercream,
Yeah.
chocolate twirly sprinkly things that you can't really see. They're from Tesco's, but any supermarket will do. Unicorn confetti, chocolate buttons.
Which we may or may not have sampled.
Yeah. Oh, we need to sample everything. Let's face
I
it.
agree. I totally agree.
And 2 boxes of chocolate fingers. Oh, I have some decorating thingies as well.
What have you got, Jenny, in the tin?
In the tin. It's a very cool tin. So,
Oh, love it.
got a happy birthday in case it's someone's birthday in the world. Oh, I actually have some flavourings in here. I think this has some food colouring in it as well. I might have just got orange all over my fingers. It's got some ribbon in it, some
Love it.
Winnie the Pooh ribbon in it by the looks of that. Bear
Amazing.
stuff. Yeah, it's got a bit of everything in it, really. So if you
Right.
wanted to add a little bit of extra flair,
We can.
this is the box to do
You
it
can
in.
put it there if you like.
Excellent.
And I also said to Jenny that if we're fancying a bit of sparkle today, that we have some edible glitter spray, which I can't.
I'm just gonna out it's really fun.
There we go. Bit of edible shimmer spray.
Hey.
If we're feeling a little bit sparkly. Silver and gold glitter. So yeah, we've got some other options to jazz up these cakes.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Great.
I hope you're excited.
Oh, I can't wait. No, let's just get on,
Let's
Jenny.
crack on
Come
with it.
on.
Okay, I'm gonna take a big one.
Pro tip number 1, Jenny.
Yeah.
Always wear the right outfit.
Oh yeah.
Apron time. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. So we've finished our cakes. This one is Rachel's. It's very shiny. Very cool. Buttons around the edge. And this one is mine. Shiny on the buttons and a little bit on the fingers as well. And fingers around the edge. So this is our finished product. Let us know which one you think is best in the comments.
I think I know. And it's mine.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, great. So we've baked the cakes. We've tilted it down a little bit so that you can see what we're doing. We're going to taste test both of these. Which one should we go for first?
I don't mind, Jenny. It's up to you. I mean, I think maybe we go for the vanilla one first, because
Yeah.
we will we'll be able to taste it better. Okay, let's have a little taste of the cake.
Get some chocolate button in there as well.
Still warm.
Mmm.
Just a good cake. Right. I'm not going to eat any more because I'm going to save myself for my next taste.
Okay. Here we go. So just a reminder, this is the one that I made.
Yeah.
First one was one that Rachel made.
I'll show the camera. There it is, looking all pretty.
Pretty.
Oh, it smells.
It smells good. So ready.
Mmm, still warm as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a nice cake.
It is quite dense, but I think that's because we've added more liquid to it.
It is dense. I do think though, it's not stodgy.
Mm.
With dense cakes, you sometimes find they're a bit stodgy, but this is still light. and dense at the same time.
It's
Okay.
so crunchy.
I know it's from the unicorns. So, Jenny, if you were grading the cakes out of 10,
Probably rate the worst about an 8.5.
they're pretty good. I'm sorry you can only look at the cake, but it tastes great.
If you guys bake anything, take a picture, send it to us at Norwich Youth for Christ on Instagram, and we will give them a look. That is all we've got time for today. Thank you for joining us again. It was great to hang out with you. Spread love, not germs. See ya.
Bye!